Welcome back to the Blueprints. We are now on day 56 out of 60. Last episode, we did not get all the way to the antechamber, although we did open it. The highlight of the last episode is down in the foundation. We were able to find an exit that puts us right out, and we were pretty much able to fly through to get back to the entrance with opening up that back hallway. This episode, I would like to use that account, see how far we can get, see what other adventures we can find. We read a couple of the red letters. I think pretty soon we just need to find that last one. And I have a feeling it has to do with the reservoir puzzle. Alright, trading post, hovel, shelter. What I would like to do is to eventually set it to the chapel bonus. Get the 30 coins from that, but we've been having issues with that. We did an item run, we did a green room run last time, and we ran out of steps. So I don't want to get the hovel again. There is a red letter in the shelter. And then the trading post has the dynamite stick that we need to figure out how to still light. They don't allow us to touch it. So let's do the shelter. See what we can get out of here today. Alright, start off with getting the gem and letter number 567. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavorably with me, and you're my father, and I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harbored for the past 3 years. Suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. And while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events 4 years ago. The circulating rumors of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I am aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behavior has had on the social standings of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week, I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances, a conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all of my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront, and I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing. The date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the notable theft of the ruby crown. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, I believe this scenario entirely plausible, and the fact that 2 of the crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she is still alive. Alive, safe, and finally free. Perhaps my willingness to accept such sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for the narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped over the sky are pulled back, and the windows shutter of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land, I pray one day to find our Marian safe, happy, and absolved. Courtney. There's so much heaviness in that letter. Knowing what my mom has done for the sake of freedom. Stealing the crowns, tearing the red rubies off of it, replacing it with blue. Giving it to its rightful owner. And then fleeing the country as a treason. My great-granduncle helped her escape for safety and was willing to be shunned by his family for the sake of her safety. So much story in this game. Alright. Let's take that downward entrance, open up the antechamber from underneath, and see if we cannot solve this reservoir puzzle. We are now down in the basement. Okay. Oh, I went the wrong way. This place is a maze. Okay, we're gonna go open up the antechamber. Wish that doorway would open a little bit faster. We need to get more keys. The hints to the keys are found in the 46th room. But now we have that opened. So let's head on up through the foundation. See if we can get into the antechamber. And see what puzzles we can solve on this run. Excuse me. So we know there's a way to get up there. We've been up there already. We saw the original kingdom, the original castle that shows proof. Oh, the elevator's upstairs. We need a key card. Alright, so we can't access the foundation from down here unless we get the key card. Okay. Alright, we at least have... Wrong way. We at least have the antechamber open. So now we don't have to come down here into the basement. So we got to drain the well. We have to move the boat to the other side. Then we have to come out here, go that way, use the boat around. Okay. Let's see, hallway, bedroom, hallway, closet. I think that's the obvious choice one there. Parlor, hallway, breakfast nook. Huh. This one's a little bit harder. Do the hallway again. Corridor, bunk room, kitchen. Let's do the corridor, and we're going to go down this way first. Yeah, because we have options the other ways. Okay. Breakfast nook, coat check. Let's take the observatory. Should have a bunch of constellations at this point. 35 stars. Okay, green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today, and everything's on sale. Good. Sale day, 50% off. Okay. Den, storeroom, dining room. Let's do the dining room. The extra steps are going to be nice. Alright, just in case we get the secret garden key, I don't want to keep going up the east way. So let's go along this side way here. See if we can connect to that hallway, and then start working on the west. Workshop. Great Hall. Security. Let's do the Great Hall. Alright, when we get some keys, we gotta come back here now. We'll go down this hallway here. Gotta watch our steps for today. Okay. Guest bedroom. Freezer. Kitchen. Do the kitchen. It's the only one that wasn't a dead-end room. What's the menu for today? Glazed salmon. Plus 20 and plus 10 more if we get an aquarium. Everything's 50% off. Yeah, let's boost up on our steps. We'll come back for the chef salad later. Come back for the bananas later too, just in case. We now have the dining room and we have the kitchen. Excuse me. Parlor. Pantry, indoor nursery, and none of these go up. Pantry will give us more money, which we don't really need. And the parlor gives us the diamonds. Let's do that one. We need keys. Okay. Let's see. The other two boxes are empty. The other two boxes are false. The white box is true. Alright. The other two boxes are false. If that's false, the other two boxes are empty. The other box is true. The white box is true. Logic states the other two boxes are empty. If this is true, those two are empty. The other two boxes are false. If this is true, this has to be false, which means that the gems have to be in both of these boxes. The white box is true. That's a double negative. The white boxes are false. If this is true, that has to be false, which has to make this false. Yay! Okay. Let's see. I want to go up from the hallway. No, I want to go through the parlor. Hallway closet connects everything up into a giant loop. Utility closet or the commissary. Let's do the commissary. I hope one day they release an update to Duija Blocks. Or in the very least find a way to open this up. I'd love to try this game. Alright, what's for sale? Gems, salt shaker, shovels, or a key. There's 3 keys there, 5 each. Let's do it. Okay. Now we have 3 keys for the Great Hall. Pantry, bedroom, chapel. We are protected if we do chapel, so let's do it. Block from the chapel. I would like to change my blessing so that way the chapel gives us the 30 coins instead, but for now. Alright, breakfast nook, den, drawing room. Let's do the breakfast nook. Continues northwards, gives us another key and some more food. Add some morning room to our draft pool as well. Okay. Yeah, let's use one of our keys. We should be able to get a key out of this box. Yep. Okay, let's continue northwards. The den, the garage, or the drawing room. Den gives us one more diamond. Drawing room is a diamond, but allows us to shuffle. Let's save that. Another gem. Let's continue northward. Okay. The workshop, the hallway, or the gallery. Let's do the gallery. We've already solved this, so we should be able to just collect the treasures out of here. There's the room 8 key. If I'm not mistaken as well, we did get all the rooms. Yeah. We're missing one bedroom. Yep, literally just the one bedroom. Alright, let's go into room 8. Oh, I guess... Or was it an option? Yeah, room 8's not an option today, I guess. We only have the room 8 key, so let's do the drawing room. I read this red letter in the last episode. I'm not going to read it again. Alright, let's continue northern. Doesn't fit. I didn't think so. I think the room 8 key only works with the gallery. Alright. Library. The garage, the veranda, or redraw. I think we need the library. We need to go over some of our stats. The garage would be nice to get 3 keys. It would put us at 6 and easily open everything in the Great Hall, but I want the library today. At the same time, though, the library is now in the drawing room draft. It's in rotation, so I think that's okay. Let's do the garage. If we get the car keys as well, or turn this off so we can get outside. Okay. So let's head back to the Great Hall. Let's open up the antechamber. Yeah, I gotta run all the way down. Yep, this way. Still doing good on steps. We don't have the aquarium yet for the glazed salmon. Don't have many green rooms, so let's just eat a couple bananas and back up to 70 steps, which is good. Alright, straight across, back to the entrance. And then hallway, Great Hall. Okay, one of these doors is blocked off. One of these doors is the switch, and then one of these doors leads upwards. But let's do this side first. Yeah, A key's not going to work on anything, I think. Let's see. There it goes to that room. Couple more keys. There it is. Okay. It is now open on the east side. So let's head on up now. We have the dining room access and we have the Great Hall access. We also still have rooms to the den up here and the drawing room. Just need to get over to here. Okay. Hallway, Mechanicum, servants' quarters. One key for each bedroom in our house. We've got no bedrooms. Let's do the Mechanicum though. We haven't done that often. Alright, looks like it's all locked for the moment. But we need to get some of those gear rooms. So we'll come back to this then. So, to the dining hall. Fortunately, spare room is the only one for us to take. Morning room would be nice, but just in case. Want to know what that's for. Should be a way to be able to get out to the east side, I think. Alright, den, closet, hallway. Do the den and get another gem. Doing good on gems and keys for this run. Okay. Last chance for the special key. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Pantry, workshop, greenhouse. I'm tempted for the greenhouse because it would be nice. The workshop will give us more room, doors in the Mechanicum, I believe. The pantry leads us towards the foundation. We can always go back through the den and hope to connect upwards as well. We also have the chapel way if need be. Let's do the pantry. Alright, we just need a room to connect to the foundation. Hallway, kennel, secret passage. I don't want to waste the secret passage on the foundation. It would be a great one, but right now to connect directly to the foundation, it wouldn't give us an option. Let's go say hi to the puppers. Best room in the house. Alright, there's the foundation. We don't need to go downstairs. We do not have a key card either. Okay. Workshop, security, laboratory. Workshop or security. I think we'll do the security. Okay. There's 1 gem and 2 coins floating around this house. It's probably in the Great Hall. Right, let's keep going. Hallway, laundry room, furnace. Hallway's our only option. Okay, East Wing Hall, walk-in closet, treasure trove, Treasure trove will give us some more coins and it'll give us a northern treasure. Running out of keys. This box stands out. Alright. The true treasures of the trove is not in the house. The true treasure of the trove is not in his house. I'm running out of keys. Guest bedroom. Morning room. Locksmith. I want the locksmith. Getting the keys would be useful. But then that has a potential of soft blocking us if we go back to the security and leads in the wrong direction. So I gotta take the morning room to try to get closer. There's the car keys. If we can get back there. I'll allow you guys to go ahead and take a moment to pause and read this if you want. Just checking and make sure I'm not blocking anything. Okay. Hallway closet. Guest bedroom. Rotunda. Our only option. Okay, that's a dead end room. See, that leads that way now. I'm gonna go this way. Okay. Out of keys. Workshop. Wine cellar. Clock tower. Tomorrow you'll start with a key for each tomorrow room you draft today. Ironically, that'd be fantastic. Now I can't rotate any of these. Let's do the clock tower. So, there's a secret here. There's a key here to get down into the basement. It opens at a specific time. What was that noise? Okay, that was just a giant pendulum. I do not know if there's going to be a... Don't know if there's going to be a cutscene while we're in this room. There's a shovel. Okay. I think we already have that room unlocked, right? Yeah, that was the first one we unlocked. It goes back out. I don't have any keys to keep going. So we're going to have to go back to security and hope that we can loop upwards. Got to get to the east side over here of the antechamber. We also now have the car keys for the garage. We have a couple doors here at the Mechanium now. excuse me, downward from the foundation and over from the den. So we still have some more options. But I wonder how long it'll take for this to open. Dare I sit here and wait? Or do we continue on and double back and hope that it's still open and that we don't miss the opportunity? You know what? Let's stay in here and wait for a few minutes. If anything happens, then we will know. We'll just continue on. Or if anything doesn't happen, we'll continue on. If anything does, we'll be able to go in here and get our key. While we're waiting, what we know thus far of this game. So, in the beginning, I shouldn't say in the beginning, in distant past, it would be two brothers who fought over land, with one brother getting the keys to the kingdom, while the other gets shunned. We know that between the two of them, the one was the rightful heir, while the other one who got the kingdom was not, and they were separated via red and blue. Red, of course, is the one who got everything, while blue was the true prince of it all. Well, our family was tied into it with all that good stuff. My mother, well, my great-granduncle owned this house and left it to me after he passed. My mother is a revolutionary or a terrorist, or however you want to put it in terms of history, that stole the crown jewels and from there hid them here in the house and then fled. She left the crown jewels here in room 46. Left the crown jewels here for me to find, because I am the true heir, that I'm able to get it when I reach room 46. My uncle took scrutiny and was under investigation and was able to hide everything. He was pretty much shunned by the family. Okay. Let's see. It is now about 12:30. And I believe the clock here reads 1:30. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if this is the 6-minute hand facing down, that means it's 1:30 that it should open. If we can get this one, that'd be fantastic. I'd love to answer another puzzle before we finish in 60 days. 6 more days. See, it is inversed. So I believe this needs to come all the way around to the 6. So we're looking at about an hour. If If I'm not mistaken, when I was doing some reading on Reddit, about 5 minutes per hour. So it should take less than 5 minutes for it to open up, if I'm accurate. Otherwise, we just wasted a little bit of time here just talking while we're waiting. Yeah, see, it stopped at 1:30. So, that's my guess. If this is the accurate time here. Yeah, they all match. We made it up to rank 7. One more rank, we'll be able to go back to the dining hall. Get some dinner. Oh, we need to get some more keys. Maybe we can get lucky in one of these side rooms down here at either of these dens, at the foundation, at the chapel, or the drawing room can get us the key place, because I believe today is the 50% off. Okay, it's ticking right along. This game has been so much fun to play. I don't know what it is about it that has enthralled me so much with coming back to it so often, making so many episodes for this. But something about the roguelike gameplay has been entertaining enough to keep me engaged. And the story, which you guys pretty much have noticed by this point, I'm very heavy in when playing these games. Alright, I believe now it is 1 o'clock. Yep, it's 1 o'clock now. So it should be in about 2 minutes. It'll be down here, and we'll go down there and check. But as I was saying, is I love these in-game storytelling elements of this game, where everything had to be told by digging. None of it was just given to us spoon-fed wise. And that makes it unique. If you guys seen that I have been playing Pokemon, and while I love Pokemon, the story for it is not the reason why I play it. Then there's Minecraft, where we have to make our own story. Pretty soon, you guys should start seeing some teasers for the Nonary games coming up soon. That'll be played with myself and my wife. Look forward to that, because that is a completely story-driven game. Just something special about story games that I love so much, I guess. The creativity in all this. I do give credit to Doggo Bomb for making this incredibly entertaining. And if you guys haven't picked it up yet, I do recommend getting this game and playing it for yourself. Okay. We are now looking at about 15 minutes. 15 minutes in game. Should be about a minute in game, I believe. Out of game, I believe. I know this will be a longer one, and it's mostly because we're just sitting here waiting, but I like talking to you guys. I enjoy seeing the comments you guys have been giving to this series. The views, although I would love for it to be higher, I am still incredibly grateful for those who have spent time watching this. Let's head on downstairs. Keep an eye out. Should be getting close now. I'm hoping for a cutscene, but if one doesn't come, then That's okay. I don't know how the room door is going to appear. If it'll be appear up here or down here. But there's got to be something. Almost. A couple more seconds. I got impatient. Thought I had missed it at a second. There we go. It's 1:30. I called it. Alright, let's go see what it unlocks. Staircase going back up. Wow. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. The clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7. This clock should not be set on the hour, ending in 00. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order. The clocks are positioned so that their times will go up in ascending order. Okay. So let's see. Gotta remember my notes. Blue, I believe, is true. Red or false. Yeah, if I got that right. So each of these clocks should be set at a different time. Five of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. The clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers on another clock, here but in reverse order. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clocks. I feel like I'm doing an A puzzle again. Alright, press and hold to adjust. So, no 2, 3, 4. So everything's got to be set to 5. So let's start this off at 5 o'clock. It said it's got to be an ascending order, but I believe that was a lie. Okay, 5 o'clock, and then 5 of these clocks should be set on time ending on the hour. Different times, so none of them repeat. Clock's numbers should be set to a time containing a 7. None of these clocks should be on the times that contain a 1, 2, 3, or 4. Contain 3 numbers, but here in the reverse clock. Alright, so going to say 5. Gotta adjust it. So that would make this one 557. 6. I'm sure there are multiple answers. I'm just trying to figure out following the logic that we have. 7. Try 8. We know 5 of these have to be set for an hour. And then the reverse is 8:05. The one's 5:08, this one's 8:05. And then the last one I believe is 9. There. Oh. Perfect. There's a basement key. A sanctum key. Awesome. Okay. So we have a sanctum key, card keys, and an 8 key. None of them are going to work in the rotunda. Oh, roommate does work. Oh, because it's in the 8th. Okay. Armory. We've already recruited chapel. Do the corners of the house or loose steps for keys. Loose step for keys is kind of tempting right now. Every time you drive on the west wing of the house, lose 5 steps, gain 2 keys. But I don't believe we can go up any further on the west. Let's do the corners. Alright, I'm not going to solve this puzzle. We pretty much only get coins from that. And it's locked. Perfect. Alright. Let's go back, see if we can get some more keys in. We have to connect back to the morning room. There we go. We have plenty of steps. We're not worried about that. Just gotta find some keys. Let's go through the foundation ways first. No one come up through the security. Wait, we need a card key for that. Alright. Let's double all the way back then. Hurting for keys this one. Not hurting for steps, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, let's do the den one here. Let's see. Workshop. Closet. I think the closet needs to be close to the garage for that to work. We have the 2 keys, so let's try the music room. It's a card key, which we don't need. And a regular key. Okay. Need some dinner. We didn't get an aquarium. The 20 steps would be nice. That does look good too. It doesn't help that I'm hungry while playing this. Okay. See, does the Mechanium have any extra doors for me now? I guess it's only when we recruited it. Alright. See, we bought all the keys out of the commissary, I believed. We still don't have any green rooms. We got one green room. We'll just eat the bananas then. Okay, got the gems out of there. There's no keys in here. There is gems. Just in case. Okay. We can open up the chapel door here. Library is a dead end. Passageway or office. I hate using a passageway here. Office or library is dead end, and I don't want to waste my gems on the office. Okay. Dark room. Don't want to waste the secret passage or cloister. Connects to the foundation. Do the dark room. Alright, that connected those two. Let's go around to the den now and recruit that direction. Still looking for keys. Okay. Perfect. Locksmith. Let's get the lockpick. See what special key we can get. And we'll buy as many keys as we can and continue on. Silver key. Unlocking the door. Silver key gives you many rooms. We have enough for the 3 keys and 1 key. We now have 5 keys. Perfect. Let's see. Maybe we can get the drawing room to the security so we don't have to go all the way back around now. We do have the car keys too, so let's pop in here real quick. We already know about this note. The driver helped my mother escape. I'll let you guys go ahead and read that. See what items we can get out of here. Magnifying glass and a treasure map. Okay, the treasure map is next to the antechamber, right above room 8. It'd be fantastic if we got some ivory dice. Alright, workshop connects to security. Let's see, coin purse. And I don't think we can mix our keys together. No, they're not even an option. We can't mix anything together. That's okay. Let's see, we'll head back up now through the rotunda to room 8. Probably should head into the basement and get this sanctum. Alright, gift shop, conference room, courtyard. We have 3 gems. Let's do the dig spots. Maybe we can get lucky and get some dice. Some extra steps. Coins. Some more coins. Some pebbles. And 2 gems and a hammer. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dig spots. Okay, we have the redraws, which I am thankful for. Let's see, office can get us in the direction we want. We'll do the redraw. Pool hall will get us in the direction we want. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, anything behind the bar? Nope. Solve this puzzle real quick and get a key. Let's see, 8, 7, 6 times 13? Yeah, times. Thirteen's such an odd number to do. I hate when I have to brute force it, but I don't have a choice in the matter. Alright, so the answer was 13, 3. 20 minus 1 is 19 times 1 is 19 divided by 4. Nope. Oh, I see. 3 is 23, 22. Still doesn't make sense. Sorry for always taking so long on this puzzle. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. Thirteen, 3. Better give me a really good key. All right, 13, 3, 6. Thirteen, 3, 16. 1. Okay, 2 keys. Now, we need a room that connects to the antechamber. It's got to be the gymnasium. That's the only one that does it. Some running shoes. And then this room is also where we do the treasure map. Time to start digging. Digging a hole in a gymnasium. Digging sounds. One of the lost coffers of Mount Holly contains 25 coins and 3 gems. Wow, that was a lot. Okay. Yeah, the crown jewels. Okay. So this here is another puzzle. I think I'm going to hold off, but I know it's the route that he traveled. Right now I'm just putting the pins in. I have no clue where any of these go yet. I need to solve the classroom puzzle. To figure that one out. Alright, there's a basement key. We don't need it. But let's head down into the basement. Down at foundation. We have one of our basement keys. Gotta keep an eye on the steps, as well as keep an eye on all that. Okay, security right to the foundation. The dig spot. Okay. Head down into the basement. We have a basement key. One of the inner keys. Depending on what symbol the main symbol is, we'll look through our notes and see if we have the answer. If not, we'll do it like we had to do for the last one and brute force it. Fortunately, I don't feel as fulfilled for brute forcing as actually solving the riddles, but this game coming to an end, running out of areas to check for clues. Okay. That symbol does look familiar. It looks like the one that was in the secret garden at one point. Let's see. Looking through our books. Oh, we have way too many notes. Let's see, Eroja. Okay. that one. I think it's that one. If I'm not mistaken, it's the snowflakes. Maybe that one. There we go. Okay. I was a little disappointed that there was not been a drop of rain during my time here, as every Eurasian story I've ever heard has begun with rain. I suppose the anecdotes I make from this trip will have to do without that favorable setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and the ponds that dot the countryside make this place feel a little different than home. Loya, Yenna, Ayler, June. Herbert. Mount Holly Estate in care of Ann Babbage, Redenston. Okay, let's get the stamp. Ansel. Okay, let's look at this box. Moijai. Okay. Alright, so we need to get purple. We need to get the purple of the four corners. Let's see. Green moves to the dark spots. Red lights up the dark spot. Yellows don't seem to like to move. Okay. Alright, so red. Okay. So, green jumps to the spot. Red fills the spot. It's not spread to port towns. It has been other realms, but train travels from the north. When violet tiles are introduced, they are created as a simple reflection of the various first introduced in arc areas sometime earlier. When violet tiles are pressed, they move south. Well, I don't want them to move south. I want them to move to north. Okay. Okay. Jump that over. Bring that down. Okay. We got it over. One more time. Middle, right. Top, middle. Top, middle. Middle, left. Top, middle. Top, middle. Bottom, middle. Top, right. Lost my spot. Give me 1 second. Top right. Top left. Bottom left. Top middle. Top left, top right, top left, center, middle, right, center, center. Middle, right, bottom left, bottom left. I had to look that one up. There was no way I was going to figure this one out. Okay, another allowance token. That is good. I do not believe there's anything else we can do in today's run. No extra doors that we can unlock. So let's head back to the main entrance hall, I think. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4 done. 2, 3, 4 left. A little bit of a longer episode. Alright, I'd like to go up to the main entrance hall for the simple reason to drag this out a little bit further, to once again show my appreciation to each and every single one of you who have supported this series who have supported this channel. You all truly are a blessing, and I know I don't deserve it, but at the same time, I am very appreciative of you guys watching this series. I've seen other channels who have run 70 plus runs of this. Hey, the lights never turned off. Well, others not get more than a couple in. And this game, it's so easy to miss the story. So easy to overlook certain things. Have a chef salad. Right, I appreciate you all. I'm going to call it a day here. And I shall see you all in the next episode as we continue to count down. There's 4 left. And I wish you all a good night, day, whatever time of day it is you watch this. God bless.